I think we're all good. The call's being recorded. Awesome. All right. So yeah, the three things that I really wanted to touch on that I mentioned in the post was edification, how to invite, and how to follow up. And I know we just got to kind of, it's nothing like too distracting, but I know someone's got their mic unmuted. So if you guys could all just double check and bottom left hand corner. Awesome. But so edification, we've had a lot of calls where I Skype into a home event, and hopefully you guys are doing it before I Skype in, but it's more along the lines of go ahead, John, you're good. It's like, thank you. And what it should be is you guys more or less talking me up like a Greek god. And if you have Jordan Douglas speaking at your home event, or if you have Jay Johns or Tyrone Reed or Jordan Civitzer or Phil Faulkner or Jody or a silver leader, you need to talk them up and talk their accomplishments up so people pay attention to what they say. That's the purpose of edification. So people understand that the person talking is very important, and what they have to say is important. So you can see the difference between, John, this is my friend Ben, and Ben, this is John. Ben, John's going to tell you about the business. All right? And then you're just like, uh-huh. Or between the difference of, yo, Ben, I'm so excited for you to talk to my buddy John. This kid's building an international business. He's one of the top income earners in the company. He has personally developed 3 of the top 6 income earners in the United Kingdom, and he's helping me make money, and he wants to help you do the same. I'm going to pass it over to him. I want you to hear what this guy has to say, because his business is went into over 10 different countries right now. It's changing lives all over the world. I want you to hear what he has to say about this opportunity. And people are like, well, shit, all right. And so if you got the diamond leaders, which are Jay Johns, Tyrone Reed, and Jordan Civitzer for the moment. Welcome, Kim. If you could just mute your microphone, that would be fantastic. So if you have Jay, Tyrone, and Jordan Civitzer as the diamond leaders, only 6 people have accomplished this in the United Kingdom. And so if you are having someone go to Jay, Tyrone, or Jordan, you need to big them up in that sense and say, yeah, guys, I'm so excited for you to talk to this guy. In this company, you have young men and young women earning a couple £100 a month, a couple £1,000 a month, 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. There's a young man in the company making £60,000 a month, and these guys are all doing it faster than them. So you have 3 people. Will they keep up with them? Hopefully. But, I mean, you all know Alex Morton's work ethic. So when you big them up, you need to say, there's only 6 people that have achieved a rank in this company called Diamond, and they're one of the 6. Jay Johns, if he's in your upline, he is the highest paid income earner in the company. I'm sorry, in the UK. So that is huge leverage. If I were you, when I get Jay to talk to my friend, I'm bigging Jay up like a Greek god. And I'm saying, man, if you only knew what this kid was going to become, you would be hanging at the edge of your seat on every single word. We have a kid in the company named Alex Morton who's bringing in £60,000 a month. And my friend Jay is building his business faster than Alex Morton built his. It took Alex Morton 7 months to achieve a rank in the company named Platinum. Jay's going to do it in 6 months. This kid is going to be a multi-millionaire. And the only way he gets there is by helping other people make money and become successful. So I want you to listen to what he has to say. And people are like, all right, tell me. And same with Tyrone. Tyrone's one of the 6 diamond leaders. When you have Jordan Douglas in your upline, which you all do, you all have Jordan Douglas in your upline, he's the freaking godfather of this movement. He started this movement. He brought in Jay Johns and trained Jay Johns and got Jay on with me. And he's taking care of 1/2 of his business. He has the largest network in the entire UK on one side of his business. So what we were kind of talking about last night, and what's exciting is as soon as Jordan gets that other side going, he's going to be the highest paid income earner in the UK. And we could very well have the 2 highest paid in in the UK, and that all stems from the highest paid income earner in Australia. So you have one hell of an upline who can do amazing things for you from a verbal standpoint and as far as showing your friends what this can become. So as far as Jordan, how I really big him up without obviously he hasn't gone diamond yet. And how I really explain the reason why is simply because Jordan's a selfless leader. He works with who wants to be worked with. He has Jay and Tyrone and Phil, and he's invested time into developing them and developing and continuously working with his right side. And that's how this business, and that's another great point from Marvin Fayers. Marvin Fayers is probably hands down the hardest working, most knowledgeable person, probably the best natural born leader I have in my network. To sum it up in one sentence, Marvin's the best natural born leader that I have. Now he has the highest paid income earner in Australia and the highest paid income earner in the UK on his right side. As soon as he gets that left side going, it's platinum, star platinum, executive, star executive. Probably presidential, because UK and Australia will continue to grow. And that's how fast it's going to happen for him. So you need to really find the right words to explain Jordan's and Marvin's situation, because their rank doesn't match their success, if that makes sense. They have a ton of people on one side. So what you can say is, I want you to meet my friend. And he's an absolutely selfless leader. He works with who wants to be worked with. He works with the motivated. And because of that, he's developed the highest paid income earner in the United Kingdom is his personal enrollment. And for Marvin, you big him up and you say he's an absolutely selfless leader. He's the most experienced YPR leader in Australia. Because he is. He started this whole movement from a YPR standpoint before anybody. And he's now brought on the highest paid income earner in Australia for the YPR in Christian Samuels. So that's how you really big up Jordan and Marvin. As far as Phil Faulkner and anybody who's gold, Julian Morgan will be going gold this RIP. And from my knowledge, there's only been about 9 or 10 people that have achieved the rank of gold in the UK. So when you're getting Phil Faulkner on, you say, I want you to meet my friend Phil. He's one of the top 10 income earners in the UK. He's just getting this thing started, but he's doing this faster than a young man named Alex Morton who's bringing in 60,000 pounds a month. You have to hear what he has to say about this opportunity. And people are like, all right. So silver leaders, that's just as important. I mean, silver leaders, if you've achieved the rank of silver, I mean, with Krizia and Jody being the lady bosses, and I know quite a few other young men have hit silver as well, you are really probably the first 30 people to ever accomplish this in the UK. When you think about that, what this can become, 63 million people have no idea what this is, and you're one of the first 30. A lot of people are overlooking their own success. Like, oh yeah, silver's okay. A lot of people are doing it. A lot of people are doing it around the world. Not a lot of people are doing it in the UK. And that's what's exciting. I think a lot of you, and myself included, don't even understand how big this can become for us. I mean, if we really just grab this thing by the horns and wrestled it down to the ground, 63 million people have no idea what this is. You want to know how to become successful? If you're in the John's group, he watched Jay's video that he posted yesterday. He sums it up brilliantly. More meetings means more money. You make sacrifices. Phil Faulkner says it best. Look at your bank statement today. Look at your bank statement from 3 years ago. Are they dramatically different? Like dramatically different? Probably not. Mine's not. Well, it's starting to get there. But up until Vima, they were just the same. It was probably worse 3 years later. And what I mean by that is, are the parties really worth it? Are the TV shows really worth it? Are the movies really worth it? Is whatever really worth it? Because you have an opportunity to not only change your life, but to change other people's lives. You have an opportunity to work hard for 3 years and never work again. And that's what's exciting about this whole opportunity, is how fast you can build this. 3 years of work can set you up for life. You have professional athletes who are making millions now doing Vima on top of being professional athletes, because they can't make money in football for life. The moment they stop playing football, they're not making money from football. Residual income is the most powerful form of income. And so with these silver leaders, you need to big them up, give them the credit that they deserve, and really make people understand that hardly anybody in the entire country has achieved what they have achieved. How to invite? To be honest, I think a lot more people need to man up and host these events because they're so simple. They don't need to be 10 people. They don't need to be 10 people at all. You can have 3 of your friends at your house and it can be a successful home event. And I think that's what is miscued between a lot of people. They see home events at O-Bar and they're like, oh shit, it's got 50 people. I can never speak in front of 50 people. It doesn't need to be like that. Home events, Brad Alcazan on his training call said the most successful home event is 3 to 5 people. And when you think about Jordan Douglas's network, say he's got 300 people. Now, what if half of those people stepped up and said, Jordan, once a week, I'm going to host a home event with 3 to 5 of my friends. I can do that. I can invite 3 friends over and talk to them about an opportunity, because realistically, the only thing you ever need to do is say why you're excited, why you're doing the business, and why you thought of them. That's it. You play a video. I'll do the rest. Or a leader will do the rest. That's it. Say, guys, thank you so much for coming. I'm obviously very, very excited about a unique opportunity that fell into my lap. You have young men and young women earning a couple 100 pounds a month, a couple 1,000 pounds a month, 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 pounds, 30,000 pounds a month. And the beautiful thing about it is you're paid based on your performance, your work ethic. And that's something that really resonated with me, because I've been at this job for years and years and years. I haven't got a raise. I'm not making outrageous money. And I see young people retiring their parents. I see young people living financially free. I see young people not going to work on a Wednesday, but going out to lunch with their friends and playing volleyball simply because they want to. And that's what I want for myself, and that's what I want for my friends, is just to provide an opportunity for them to look at so they can kind of see, all right, I got to let my dog out. Come on, dog. And then you say the reason why I thought of you guys is simply because you've always been very, very outgoing. If I get disconnected for anything, just give me a ring back in and don't ring anybody else, because I'm the last spot. I should be good though. And you tell them why you invited them there. And you say, I thought of you guys simply because you've always been outgoing, ambitious, sharp-minded people. A compliment will take you so damn far in this business. You give people that warm and fuzzy feeling. Tell them why you thought of them for this opportunity. I thought of you because. Don't say, yeah, man, you got to come check this out. Say, you got to come check this out. I thought of you because you've always been a very outgoing, ambitious person. You talked about how you hate your boss. Now, this is an opportunity to work for yourself and provide yourself with a 6-figure income. Some people in the business are earning a 7-figure income. You have to come here for my friend Jay. He's the highest paid income earner in the company in our country, and he's going to be at my house. He's my boy. He's going to be throwing down about what this opportunity is all about. You have to come at least listen to it. And they say, all right. So that's for the home event. And when you have a home event, it's going to be a hell of a lot more effective, because people are going to be comfortable coming to your spot. But if you say, yeah, my friends are having some people over to hear about an opportunity, they're like, you really expect people to pull up to a stranger's house? Would you drive to an address if you say, yeah, this is his address, come to his house? If you didn't know that person, would you just show up? Because I know I wouldn't. I don't feel comfortable just going to someone's house uninvited by that specific person. So I wouldn't. Hey, come. And so I was very hesitant to go to Shane Sullivan's house. And because he didn't invite me, I actually made my enroller say, can you get this kid on the phone so I can confirm that it's okay that I'm at his house? And I was like, yo, man, this kid said that it's all right if I come over. I just wanted to make sure, because that's the type of person I am. I don't want to roll up somewhere by myself. But there's a lot of people that won't say, call that guy and let me ask him if it's okay. So hosting your own home event is a hell of a lot more powerful. Now, the third thing that we're going to be working on, Jay Johns already has it in gear. Jordan and myself are going to be doing the same thing for his team. We're really trying to host prospect calls. This business became incredibly successful for a lot of people in the States because they hit people up and they say, hey, man, how have you been? What's been going on? I say, hey, I got a question for you. What are you doing tonight at 10 o'clock? Say, I don't know why. Say, my friend Jordan is running an international business because now, Jordan, you have people in other countries on your team. My boy Jordan is running an international business with a company that's projected to become a multi-billion-dollar company in the next 36 to 42 months. You've always said you're kind of looking for something else and you hate your boss. I think I have an opportunity that you would do very, very, very well with. You've always been outgoing, man. So, and that's what it's really all about. If I was to give you a number, to call, and all you have to do is punch in a code and listen to what this opportunity is about, and it's broken down in 15 minutes. Would you want to take advantage of that? And they said, yeah, sure. I mean, that's the other thing. You make people understand that they don't need to talk to someone. They're just listening. So that's something that we're going to get into gear as soon as possible. Jordan and I will be running regular calls. So instead of, hey, can you uvu? Hey, can you uvu? Hey, can you uvu? Hey, can you uvu? You can clear their schedule at 10 o'clock, and you'll always know that there's going to be a prospect call where they can call in and listen. And just like I break down a home event, I'm going to be breaking down this business. I'll provide the story. I'll provide the background. I'll provide the statistics, the numbers. I'll big up Jordan so he looks like a Greek god. And I'll say, if your friend brought you onto this call, they like and respect you enough to share this with you, because we are taught in this company, share this with a few ambitious, outgoing, motivated people. Don't share it with the world. Just share it with a few people that you think would do well with it, that you care about, that you want to make healthier and think that they would do well with this. And say, what you need to realize is your friend is probably very new to this opportunity. They may not know a lot of the answers to your questions yet, but that's how we become more successful. We're going to continue to work with them. So if there's a question that your friend doesn't know the answer to yet, don't be surprised, because they're probably still brand new. What they're going to do is they're going to get you connected with Jordan or myself or blah, 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 blah. And we'll provide you all the answers. You can feel free to pick our brains, and we'll answer everything for you. And so get back with your friend. If you're ready to get this thing started, just ask them how you get started. But if you want your questions answered and you still have some uncertainties, by all means, get back with your friend and get them connected with us, and we'll answer your questions. It took me 3 weeks of research before I realized that this was an opportunity of a lifetime. So if you're still uncertain, that's fine. That's exactly where I was 9-10 months ago. And they'll hear that call, and they just sit there and listen. And that way people can call if they're driving in their vehicle. And they can, if they're walking down the street or taking their dog for a walk, they can call and listen. They don't have to be on a computer at that specific given time. So those are the three things that we kind of got in place. Come. And so that's what we're going to be working with. The whole edification. Come on. The whole edification thing is going to be probably one of the more important things that you do in your business, because if you're not setting your upline up for success, your friend is already not paying as much attention. But if you talk them up to the point where they sound incredibly important, your prospect is really going to pay a hell of a lot closer attention to what you have to say. How to follow up. That is a very, very big question once people hear about the opportunity, once they've been to a home event. The two questions that Eric Worre really talks about is, what did you like best? And 1 through 10, how do you feel about the opportunity? And going back to the first one, what did you like best? That makes them think in a positive sense. That makes them think, oh, wow, I really like the thought of not having a boss. I really like the thought of working from home. I really like the thought of residual income and working hard for a short period of time and then retiring at age 25, 26. I like the thought of that. And they're going to talk about what they like, and they're going to remember what they liked. And you feed on that. If they say what they liked best was the drink, you talk about the drink. If they say what they liked best was the residual income, you talk about residual income. If they say what they liked best was the energy of the home event, you talk about the energy of the home event. So if they say, you know what, I mean, what I liked best was the taste of the drink. It tasted very, very nice, and I want to taste it again. And you're like, yeah, I was shocked at how great it tasted. You hear energy drinks and you kind of think of that gasoline taste or whatever the hell you guys think it tastes like, mule piss or whatever the hell. I mean, I think they're terrible. Diabetes, whatever it tastes like. You really just say that you like the drink as well. You say, yeah, I mean, I didn't think that I was going to like it, and I was so surprised when I liked it, and I'm becoming more and more addicted to it simply because I know how healthy it is for me. If you've seen changes within yourself, talk about the changes that you've seen. I know my mom has lost her back pain and her foot pain that she had. My dad has lost about 3 stones. My mom's lost about a half a stone over this last month. There's girls on the Australia team that said that they had acne and it's starting to go away. So if there's anything that you've seen, share your story and just make it about the drink. Now, if they say that they really love the idea of residual income, you talk that up even more. You say, I know. I mean, that's really what has me excited about this whole thing. Could you imagine working hard for just a few years and then never having to work again? And if you want to go on a holiday, you spend money to go on that holiday, but when you come back, there's more money in your bank account. And people are like, oh, yeah, I never thought about that. You stay on what excited them and what had them interest. And if they like the energy of the home event, you lead with that. You say, I mean, it really is. At first, I was kind of intimidated to see that many people, but I love this company simply because I'm surrounding myself with dreamers. I'm surrounding myself with people who are ambitious and outgoing and smart and self-motivated, and they want more from themselves and they want more for their friends and their future families, and it really is just a positive environment where everyone gets together and they all want to help each other. And I couldn't say enough about my team. They're like, it's something that I want to be a part of. The other one through 10, where are you sitting? You're either going to get a number that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, obviously. Now, if it's 6 or higher, that's good. It's really only bad if it's like a 1 or a 2. And if they give you a 1, 2, 3, you're like, man, that's pretty low. I mean, you didn't like the thought of being your own boss. You didn't like the thought of working from home and creating a residual income where you worked hard for 3 years and never had to work again. And just make them rethink those things, because those are key points in our business. And they might be like, oh, well, yeah, I mean, that does sound nice, but it's not going to work. There's a reason why their number is low. And they're either doubting the business or they're doubting themselves. And that's what you need to find. You need to find out which one it is. If they're doubting the business, maybe myself or the other leader or someone just didn't do a good enough job at answering their questions. And if they say, I don't know, I just don't think that it's going to work, you ask them, you say, I know you were at a home event and you heard all about the business, but you really haven't talked to one of these guys to find out how much they will work for you. I know you're kind of turned off about it right now, but it is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity where there's young men and young women making 6, 7 figures. Would you at least want to kind of do a follow-up with my friend so-and-so to see what they could potentially do for you? Maybe there's a few things that you're worried about that you don't need to be worried about. And if it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, if it's 10, you said, and I'm beyond excited, like I'm ecstatic that you saw things the way that I saw things. You re-compliment them. I knew that you were always outgoing and ambitious and self-motivated, and if you had the right vehicle, you could achieve greatness. And I'm so excited that you saw things the way I saw them. When do you want to get this started? So now. And then you get them started. If it's a 6, 7, 8, 9, you more or less just ask them a question. Say, all right, yeah, it sounds good. It sounds like you liked a lot of the things that you saw. What did you like best? Get them to say something positive that was in their mind. And you say, all right, well, I mean, you're at a 7. Obviously, a 10 would probably be getting started. Is there something that you haven't understood yet, or is there something that you're doubting, or what is keeping you from becoming a 10? What information do you need from me so you feel more comfortable about this? And just ask them what they need. Because maybe they're doubting the company, maybe they're doubting the compensation plan, maybe they're doubting themselves, maybe they're doubting how much help that they will have, maybe they're doubting how much time they have, and maybe they're doubting how much money that they have. And what I want you all to do after this call is send me a message and say, hey, can you send me that link? Because I have 2 links that I've stumbled across over the last week that are absolutely brilliant. One is a response to everything, all the common things that people say on why they can't do them. It's a brilliant response. And then the other one explains how we get paid. So I'll shoot those 2 links over to you guys. But in a nutshell, that's really what I wanted to cover on this whole training call. Edification, how to invite to certain situations, you hosting, a friend hosting, and that phone call that we're trying to get up and running, and how to follow up. And the other thing before I bounce out of here is our newest PEQ is so important. And if you have PEQs, I would say tomorrow, don't necessarily look for another PEQ. Tomorrow, reconnect with all your PEQs. Because I've done a poor job to a certain degree with one of my PEQs, and it became evident that I was more or less, yeah, man, let me know if you ever want to get on a training call. There's a master document. Just hop on YouTube and watch how to invite. And I left it all up to him. Now, he originally put his trust in me to get this whole thing moving. And all I did was, this is how you become successful. Watch YouTube, read the master document. If you have, this is how you invite, and then call me if you have someone that wants to hear about it. And I just kept working with other people. If you were to think about duplication in this business, Eric Worre says it best, it doesn't matter what works, it matters what duplicates. Now, anybody can bring people into the business. Shane Sullivan had Justin Bieber's best friend on his team. 1 million plus followers on Twitter. He never even hit bronze. It doesn't matter how many people you're connected with, because if you're not promoting and presenting this opportunity correctly, it's not going to work. And if your team isn't doing the exact same thing, it's not going to work. And that's where we really need to look ourselves in the mirror and say, are we doing the best of our ability to, 1, become successful, more importantly, 2, make our PEQ successful? If every single PEQ that we brought into the business, we spent the next day not prospecting, but helping them become successful and laying out a game plan, they would really understand this a hell of a lot more. And what needs to be done is they need to make a list. The reason for that list is not to make it so it's physical, but it's meant to be created so every single time you jot down a name, you're thinking, how do I approach them? You say, Lydia, she's really into health and wellness and knows a lot of people that do jiu-jitsu. How could I really, Verbal just got voted brand new health product of the year. That's how I'm going to talk to her. Say, all right, Andre, I mean, he knows quite a few people. How would I talk to him about it? So, subconsciously, you're thinking all about it. You might not be breaking it down verbally, but you're thinking about it. And you make a list of 200, 300 people, you just practice with yourself 200 to 300 times. And that's where things become a hell of a lot more productive. Because we've all been there in that situation where you say something and you're like, damn it, I should have said something else. Or somebody insults you and you don't have a good comeback and you think of it like 30 minutes later and you're like, how come I didn't know that then? If you were to think about what they would say first, I mean, it's just like that argument. If you thought you knew what they would say to insult you, you could have an amazing comeback and just shut it down. But if you have no idea what they might say or what you might say, you're probably going to lose that argument. So it's not just so we have a physical list, but it's so we practice with ourselves. You need to really stress the importance of GoPro. If you haven't listened to it 3,672 times, you're wrong. GoPro is our Bible. I mean, Eric Worre is one of the most successful people in the industry, and he told us how to become successful. I mean, Jay Johns, in his video earlier, he said John Clifford's bringing in about $3,500 a month right now, and he's making YouTube videos trying to send his knowledge to us. And we have 400 people in this Facebook group, and the video only has 49 views. So it's like 10% of people don't want to know what I did to become successful. So make sure you're taking advantage of the resources. Eric Worre is the best one we have available. Self-development is fantastic, and self-development will really develop your mind, but when you listen to Go Pro, it's all about network marketing. It's all about our industry. It's all about what we're dealing with. So make sure you're listening to Go Pro, and then you're going to want to create goals. Set a 30-day goal, a 60-day goal, a 90-day goal, or a 30-day goal, a 90-day goal, and a 6-month goal, maybe a year goal. Show them the rank advancement chart, and show them what has to be done. And show them that home events can really be done in come and go 45 minutes, 30 minutes. I mean, if people are on time and you really stress the importance that this thing is kicking off at this specific time, home event can be why you're excited, why you're there, why you thought of them. 8-minute video, me break things down for 15 minutes, and they're out. 30 minutes or so. So more meetings means more money. We've heard it a million times, but yet we still aren't doing it to the fullest degree. I will be free 24/7 tomorrow. I have Joe Ash's meeting at 7:30. I have one for Angelica immediately after that, so about 8 o'clock. So if you want to create a home event a little bit earlier, I have an appointment with my chiropractor at 10 a.m., which is 3 p.m. your time, so I won't be able to do anything earlier than 4. But say 4:30, 5 o'clock, 6, 6:30, 7, I think. 7 I might have one, but just shut it down, and if we can't make it, we'll get you a leader. We'll get you Shane. We'll get you Sheldon. We'll get you Marvin. We'll get you Looney. We'll get you Brad. So you will always have someone to Skype in. I mean, I will drop everything. I'll freaking walk out of a chiropractor appointment for 10 minutes and say, hey, I got to do this for a minute, and I'll Skype into your event. Someone will be there if all those guys aren't available. So you'll always have someone there to help you. But really just stress how much your PEQ means to your business and really every new person in your downline. That person is connected with 500 new people. Think about that. I mean, yesterday I had 14 new people join my business, and if they're all connected to 500, that's crazy. I mean, you think about what that means, 7,000 people. They're connected to 7,000 people. If I work with each and every single one specifically, I have the potential to connect with 7,000 new people. If I teach them how to invite, and it's flawless, and I practice with them, because that's really everything. This is another great example. People are going to try, but people are going to do things either effectively or ineffectively. There can be a home event where they say, hey man, I'm having some friends over to hear about an opportunity. Oh, what is it? Well, there's this energy drink, and it's healthy, and if I'm drinking it, and if I get other people to drink it, and they get other people to drink it, you can become a millionaire. And so I want you to come over and watch some videos with me. They're like, yeah, no thanks. I actually have to go cut the lawn with my scissors, so I won't be able to come. But if you have a flawless invite to your home event, you say, hey man, what's going on? I'm kind of in a rush right now, but I wanted to call you. I'm beyond excited about something. What are you doing tonight at 8 o'clock? I don't know why. I said, I just got my hands on an opportunity with a company that's projected to become a multi-billion-dollar company in the next 36 to 42 months. I'm working with some young people who are making some good money. They told me if I had a few ambitious, outgoing individuals who I knew to get them over to my house so they could hear what this whole thing is really about. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. I want you at my house at 8 o'clock because I really think that you could do huge things with this business. And they're like, well, what is it? And say, like I said, man, multi-billion-dollar company in the making, multi-million-dollar idea. I can't break it down in 30 seconds. I'm just about to walk into class. I'm just about to sit down with at whatever. Say, but I want you there. No one's trying to sell you anything. No one's trying to convince you anything. It's just information about the company. And I promise you, man, if it's something you want to do, you could do huge things with it. Just be there. All right, I'll be there. And it's just like that. You call that person, call that person, call that person. Invite 8, 4 will come, 5 will come, 6 will come, 4 to 6 people. Brilliant. So, and when you think about, people are going to try. People are going to try to get people on calls. Now, if they try with 30 people, with the first invite, how many would say yes? 1 out of 30. Now, if they learn how to invite effectively, 15, 20, 25 out of 30. So just by simply training your PEQs and making sure that your PEQs are able to train somebody else, our statistics, our numbers, our figures, they all rise. We become a hell of a lot more effective as a group. So that's the big thing that I'm trying to preach is just be more effective as a team. So 41 minutes. I know we probably were sitting on here for about 5-6 minutes. So nice 35-minute training call. But in a nutshell, guys, that's the 3 things that I wanted to cover today. I'll probably try to put together a few other things to touch on tomorrow as far as how we can help your business. And we'll continue to do these and do more of these and more of these. Like I said, Joe Ash has me at 7:30. Angelica has me at 8. Who the hell has me at 7 o'clock? That's going to bother me. Now I have to go through my messages and find out. But that's what I get for not writing it down. So I believe 7 to 7:30, 7:30 to 8 to 8:30. So as long as it's not 7 to 8:30, and I know that's a very popular time, I can do a home event. And we can even time it up where it's 15 minutes apart. So just figure out what time you want to host an event. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Thursday, I have a chiro appointment at 5. So basically anything after 9 I won't be able to do on Thursday. But today, what's today? Tuesday? Yeah. Today, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. Let's get to work. Let's create some momentum. That's really what it's all about. This whole business, this whole opportunity is a train. It takes a lot to get that thing moving, but once you get it moving, it's taking down everything in its path. And if we can work hard for 3 years, I promise you, we're never going to work again a day in our lives. This thing is going to work. It's going to continue to work. And it's going to be one hell of a freaking ride. 63 million people have no idea what this is. And I'm kind of working on a few things. That free conference call that we've been doing, I found out that you get a phone number for every country to call in. So if you have friends in other countries and we get them started, all they can do is, hey, I want you to call this phone number here about this opportunity. We can make one call that's recorded for 6 months specifically for that person. So let's grind, let's graft, let's do whatever the hell you guys call it, but let's just put in some work, rank advance. Let's get somebody in our team to bronze, because if we can get them to bronze, that creates a lot of excitement. That's a success story. The only time we really fail is when people aren't succeeding. Even if they see other people around them succeeding, they stay in the business because they know it works. If they don't see that, they're not going to stay in the business. So let's find out, go through your genealogy, find out who's close to bronze, and let's get them there. And anything you guys need from me, I'm going to feast because all I've had is about one meal today. So I'm going to feast and then I'm going to get right back to work. So anything after like 11:45, if you have people that want to hear about it, give me a shout and let's get on some calls. Okay, bye.